Hey everyone, summer's here, so I thought it would be a great chance to tie a nice summer dry fly, one of my favorite summer dry fly patterns, and that is an orange tag CDC sedge. So hook I'm going to tie on Hanak 130 size 16, but I do like this fly everywhere from like a size 18 all the way to a size 12. So in a size 16, it's a nice single dry fly, but you can tie it bigger, and it is a really good nymph under dry fly as well. All right, so I'm just tying with thin black thread here. I really don't mind what thread color I use. Not a big issue. So the tag I'm tying out of this one, tying for this fly, is going to be an orange Glo Brite number 7. You can use so many different shades of orange. It's totally up to you. What I do with the thread is I fold it over 4 times, lay it on the top here, and tie it in. Tie it down to the back. I like to put one turn behind there. And when I'm cutting my tag, you can, if you know exactly what length you want your tag, cut it to that, but you can always cut it tie it in long and then cut it back later. It's not an issue at all. And I'm also just going to keep winding forwards with this thread on there, because that's just going to help build up the body for me. Tie that down. Now the body on this one, I'm just going to tie out of a natural hare's ear here, but I tie heaps of different variations of this fly. I tie black bodies, peacock. I sometimes put a pearl or a gold rib through it. You can really do whatever you want with it because it's got the orange tag. It's very much just a nice searching attractor style pattern, so you can do whatever you like with it really. Tie forwards. As always with dubbing, you're always better off to dub less more times than make it too fat with too much dubbing on your thread there. Just give myself a little bit of room there for where I'm going to tie the wing in. All right, there we go. Now for the wing on this fly, I'm just going to use some natural CDC there. So I like the nice small feathers, and what I'm going to do, so I like the feathers that are around this sort of size. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to stack 3 nice ones on top of one another. With this fly, I do tie the stem in, but only if the stem on the CDC feather is like really nice and thin. Because if you tie a really thick one in, it defeats the purpose of having the CDC. It doesn't slick down, it's quite stiff there, and also it can, cover the eye of your fly, and it's annoying. So stack the 3 of them on top of one another. The wing, I like to go down to where the tag is, about there. So I'll check the length. Tie that on, and you can do one loose wrap and you can just adjust it very slightly. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Tie it back. Now I'm going to cut this off. Again, because these dry fly hooks have such small eyes on them, you really want to make sure you don't cover them over when you're tying the material in. We always want to make sure we go, close to the eye. But when you're fishing like 6X and 7X tippet, because the eye is so small and the tippet's quite supple, if you have anything covering the eye and you try to poke the light tippet through, it doesn't really like it, and it doesn't actually work that well. You'll find it just keeps pinging off and doesn't go through. All right, now you could finish the fly off there, absolutely fine. But if you've watched my videos before, you'd know I like to tie sighters on all of my dry flies, because if you tie them in now, you can always cut them off later. But when you're on the river and the visibility's bad, you can't magically put a sighter on. So I'm using some Glo Brite number 5, and I'm just going to fold it over here. Lay it over the top. Like so. And then I'm going to fold it back. And you can use whatever, color you see best. I find I really see this kind of fluoro reddy orange really well in most lights, but that's just me. Just trying to cover that little bit of orange. Not that it matters at all. There we go. And if you do want the wing to kick up a little bit more, you can always tie a turn behind it like that, but I'm not going to bother because I don't think it really matters. All right. Cut the side of there. As always, you can always cut it long initially, and you can shorten it a little if you want, like I might do now, if you're not super happy with the length. Boom, that feels nice. And there we go. I'm going to add a couple of little half hitches on there, add some super glue or varnish, and that fly is done. Super, super simple. Like I said earlier, you can tie this fly in so many different ways. So I've got a little gold ribbed one there, also got a peacock one there. So, you can have a bit of fun with it. They're all going to work. They're a nice searching, attractive pattern. In summer, with so many caddis around our rivers, they're a great fly to fish. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you guys next video.